Man, oh man. Yes, sir. What's happening, world? It's your boy, the Toothless Wonder. And this is why I call this particular channel the Bamboozled Again News Network. Where I've realized, uh, how much of society is a lie. And what seems to be happening is the veil between what's hidden and the light is becoming thinner and thinner every day. And I've heard like brother Ron Wills cover and also Black Ram talk about like the same similar concept of you see people, right, or women rather, you see women, people in general, but more so this is geared towards women, and you see them and they might look a certain way, act a certain way, whoop de whoop de woo, um, and you make general assumptions about these people, right? But little do you know, if you actually had a drone or some type of way to surveil these people, you would literally be blown away. And I just listened to an old video of Thinking Rams, the Thinking Man's Templar. You would be utterly disgusted, or you'd be like, wow, this woman who I want to get to know, who I believe could possibly, be good in my life. It'd be those ones that if you would have come privy to this information, you mess around and throw up, yo. Every day, more and more, I read it in the Word, I see it now. And I'm gonna get in, to the meat of what I'm gonna tell. Like my man Elijah say, stay with me, right? But the depth of the sexual depravity is a bottomless abyss. I'm not smoke on this one, cuz. And normally I try to keep the videos about as long as I smoke a cigarette, right? But I don't know how long I'm gonna stay here. I got some other stuff to do. But I'm really trying to, not just to y'all, but for my own mental purposes, really break down. Because I actually had some stuff to do. It was pertinent, but it wasn't super, important. Like I had to get it done right then and there. So I suspended everything and I elected to just lay down and reset my brain because I'm utterly blown away. Again, you guys routinely hear me talk about my experiences, not just as a client in treatment and in the recovery world, but also as a staff member and being privy to certain information or certain observations as I went up the quote unquote corporate ladder. There's a true statement in the Bible when it talks about spiritual wickedness dwelling in high places. That ain't never lie. Like, I just want to go about 2 stories high, like a regular house. I ain't trying to go no higher than that. Yeah, spiritually, but as far as in it, no, because anything higher than that, you ran, woo wee. Oh my goodness gracious, cuz. Yo, so let me say this right. So, I was at the job, of course, as many of you know, and then I left again, as many as you know. This is the second time I quit on them. And it actually makes me feel like a real hellified Negro. The fact that I was hired by a job, quit, was hired back, asked to come back, and quit on them again. I'm the only Negro most of y'all have ever heard of or known who has ran off on the employer twice. They steady calling, I ain't calling back. So that alludes to my character, and you know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm saying? Like, how many times or how many people do y'all know that that's happened where they quit, get hired back, and quit again, and talk shit about quitting? And the reason I quit isn't because of my work ethic, can't handle work, blase, blase. It's because the environment was that diabolical. Like, I'm going to be reaching to use the right verbiage to describe the true height or the maximum explanation for what I'm about to attempt to explain to y'all. So, like I said, I left, cool, woo, wop, ran. But I despise the people, right? Because I'd seen certain indiscretions, right? And when I brought these indiscretions up to management, my supervisor, whatever, I was given these justification and excuses that didn't sit well with me. So I began to believe that there's something going on culturally here, environmentally, or in the environment rather. Now this is a Jewish ran. I'll go tell it's called Avenues. There's, I don't know, 12, 13 of them all over the country, right? And there's one here on the eastern shore of Maryland where I reside. When I first, upon working there the first time, it was two things that became very apparent to me initially. One was the energy in the building. It seemed very drab, right? And it's a quote unquote chosen one or whatever you want to call it. Typically, you're higher energy. You know, you have best people's intentions. Typically, you might be the only person of that ilk that they've seen, right? So by my sheer practice, and it's not me, it's what rides in me, right? You know, I was able to raise the therapeutic energy of the environment, right? And people have told me this, right? They've also told me how there was a drastic change environmentally in the atmosphere when I left. And when I left, I caused like an avalanche of those who were actually decent staff members also leaving in my wake. So I left, you know, they don't understand this because they're soulless beings, but I left a spiritual vacuum. So that was one. Two, I also noticed that, you know, depending on the role or whatever, there's approximately 100 clients in the building at all times. And of course, it's a business, so they try to keep the biz full. 80% of which are men clients. Out of the 80% male clientele in my department, which, you know, called a behavioral health tech, 80% of our staff that deals with the clients interpersonally, you know, tells them the rules, tell them wake up, tell them go here, you know, facilitates phone calls, whatever, are 80% female. And I understand, this was very glaring that this number is out of whack. Whatever. I work there, you know, I do the best of my ability because, you know, I feel it's, you know, purposeful and I find it fulfilling helping somebody, right? Especially when I've overcome certain, you know, aspects of life, not just addiction, but certain things that go along, shame, codependency, whatever, right? I get a promotion to the lead, you know, behavioral health technician. And I'd heard certain things, okay, whatever. I just want to come work, tell a couple jokes, go home, right? But now in this so-say leadership position, I then become privy to information that I have to do my due diligence to validate or corroborate to make sure that I'm not now negligent, because that's just a standard that comes with who I am as a human being. I come to find out certain information and I'm the last one to know all this, that one, the stuff I'm bringing to the table, everyone already knows and has done nothing about it. So after a period of time, I decided to leave because now I'm seeing where certain things are coming from and that the inability or the lack thereof or the refusal to address these issues or cut out the root. Okay, I'm out of work 7 months. Whatever, I was asked to come back. I do that. I'm in a different, better position than when I left. Come back, get a small raise, another leadership position, and become privy to more information, left for the same reason. Here's what I want to get into. And I started perceiving this in my spirit, right? Now, granted, in my mind, okay, we'll talk about, you know, the modern woman, right? And if most guys are like me, they see it now. They've been seeing it. They just want to believe it. But there's still this aspect in their hearts that says, yo, it can't be all of them. It might, especially here in America, it might be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But I just refuse to believe that they're all like this. Based on what I'm about to say, I am thoroughly convinced. Yes, it cannot be all of them, but it damn near is. Where do I begin this? Okay, so I leave the second time because of, you know, one particular sister. And I actually saw the behavior, right? Because my eyes work. So I advised her through a proxy who I felt like had a rapport with her and sent a message through her to, you know, move different, whatever. I continue to see the same behavior. I address this person personally now. Yo, you need to move different. What do you know what I'm talking about? We have to go there? Look, that's all you got to do. It ain't, you only need no great big thought process. You know what I'm talking about. You know I know what I'm talking about. Just put some finesse on it, put some cut on it. You good. But just listen to me. She didn't do that. So on my day off of work, I get calls from the morning shift telling me that there's a rumor swirling that the person I'm talking about had sex with a client by the dumpster. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So my particular supervisor was on vacation, come back, woo woo. So now I'm seeing some old whack. I'm seeing female staff members like jealous over this guy. Now it's creating this adversarial competitive environment amongst the staff for a recovering drug addict who hasn't been clean at max 60 days yet. I don't even think he was there 2 weeks. So I'm bringing this, I'm posing this to, my supervisor. And in response to what I'm saying and the questions I'm asking, it has me now wondering, like, are you a part of this? Are you a part of the cover up? The stuff you making ain't making no sense because I don't see it in application. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Then her homegirl, who I had told to tell her whatever, she starts making sexual advances towards me. And we would play, you know what I'm saying? But I had no intention on doing anything. And I would actually tell them that, like, I'm playing right. To a certain point, nothing over the edge where I can get jammed up. So she starts making these sexual advances towards me, right? Her energy's changed. So I'm like, where's this coming from? There has to be a catalyst for it, right? So I be telling people stuff like, I'll just come out and ask you. So I said, man, if I ain't know no better, cause I now know y'all cool tight, and I know hoes stick together, and I know hoes scheme and hoes will cover for one another. So there have been various rumors about this one as well. Now she does it. She just put a little more cut on it, or can be a little more professional to kind of deflect it when it come her way. But I said, if I ain't know no better, you trying to use me as some type of proxy or Russell Wilson type. So you and India can go meet up on a 2-on-2 with these two clowns. So she's like, nah, I wouldn't do that. Like, no. So I start asking direct questions, but I'm not getting, based on her responses, they're not convincing. Now, what everyone doesn't know is that I be talking to former staff who are higher up than me who have left. And they would divulge certain information that I wasn't aware of. And how it all got swept under the rug, or, whatever, like the inner, like, if I had access to, let's say, boardroom meetings of Amazon, like that level type of stuff, where certain people in leadership were wondering if certain staff members' babies were by clients, and staff members sleeping with the same client and fighting over them, and because now I know you've done something you shouldn't have done, and let's be black, like black women don't want to lose no job, black women won't quit no job, so then they're caught and extorting these women, so on and so forth. So I said, man, it's too much. Y'all don't want to address this shit when I come with tangible solutions. So that almost has me to now believe y'all at the very least are complicit or actively creating this predatory type environment. Y'all not worthy of my presence. I go to work and call my supervisor from the parking lot, come get these keys, I'm done. She said she had a feeling. I said, yeah. So now I'm not disgruntled because I left. It's not like, it's not like, like if you break up with someone and then you mad, you know what I'm saying, but you broke up with them. But upon, just, reflection, I'm looking back on this shit and I'm like, yo, somebody gotta do something about this shit, yo. Because this is a culture. This is almost Hollywood like, and I ain't even gotten to the meat and potatoes of it yet. So I'm attempting to facilitate, reporting or something to like hold these people's feet to the fire. And I'm getting stonewalled, I'm not getting nowhere. So I say, man, you know what? I'm done with it. I got whatever I got going on. Them people were just a season of life. I learned whatever I learned. I gained whatever skill I gained. I take what's pertinent. I drop all, and I'm going about my business. And that was my intention and plan. But I still, on my 50 cent tip, will reach out and just mess with them. Because a lot of them had blocked me. Because after a period of time, they've come to discover that I know things that they didn't know I knew while I was kind of like engaging with them, whatever. So now, like, there's been this concerted effort to, like, blackball me, right? Or everybody not speaking to me, even though I ain't did nothing to nobody. And I damn sure ain't did the shit y'all doing. Maybe there's some, like, way to discredit me. Or here's one I heard my former supervisor says I'm crazy. But, people use that term to discredit the true stuff you saying. So I reached out to a that I'm cool with to relay a message to another. And this particular woman is like, I'd be exaggerating when I say she's 78 years old, but she's got to be at least 60, late 50s, early 60s. And she's, funny built and whatever. But she's also engaging in this behavior And in these hoes delusion, not realizing they mess around and told me they was messing with a client, right? And this particular client got a family, so I'm looking at both of them stupid, like. And then how can you portray to be this hellified woman, but you go to work to fuck clients who are trying to get off of drugs? What that say about you? So now I'm starting to like truly despise these people. And when I despise and lose respect for you, what just like I treat you any kind of way, I talk to you any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So so that takes so I'm reaching out to like so I sent a message right saying basically like, I apologize for being a man with standards and the ability to think for himself and do what's in his best interest. I said, you know what, I had to change of heart. I want to be a buck broken man now. You know what I'm saying? I want to be stupid in the motherfucker. I want to believe everything y'all hoes say. And that's actually the message I sent. And I act like it was an audio message, but I act like I was crying and shit, right? Just fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, in these hoes delusion, I'm pretty sure she heard the message. Or maybe she didn't. But you got to know, why would I apologize? And I ain't did nothing to you. But that's how delusional and entitled these women are. They think you're supposed to apologize for attempting to correct their bad behavior. That's why I said, yo, they soulless, yo. So she unblocks me and then proceeds to, I don't know what she calls herself doing. Like, I don't know if she, like, no, I don't accept your apology. Yo, I couldn't even finish reading the message before I hit send on another audio message. I said, yo, I couldn't even finish the message. I'm like, yo, why would I apologize for something I ain't sorry about? I was just fucking with you like I likes to do. Motherfucker, I called her, and she an older black one, but they're holding up the community. And I called all kind of bees and garden tools and all that. And told her she can tell who she want to tell. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? I told all you what they call 304s out of order. All y'all, effing and sucking and like going out of style. But then hop on Facebook and talk about praise the Lord and posting the scripture and all that. And the vast majority, 80-90% of y'all, so say, in a committed relationship. Right? So, of course, when you come with the truth, you don't get no smoke back. So I'm like, all right. Because at first I was like, hot. I'm like, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean? To hish up against the king. You know what I'm talking about? Lost their mind. So I simmered down, laughed shit off. Tripping off it, right? So at the end of the night, I'm harmonious. What a day. Had a, productive day, doing some things financially, whatever, right? So the former clinical director reaches out to me because they have like these various recovery houses where people can continue their treatment journey under, supposedly a safe umbrella as they attempt to reintegrate into society, right? She shared, now the former clinical director shares information with me of another person, and both of them were at working where I worked at and quit not too long after I did for the same reasons. And this other staff member has opened up, recovery home, right? And now she sends me the messages in which she states that she has gone back to avenues to tell the institution to keep your staff away from my recovery homes because your female staff is coming down here, picking these guys up and getting them drunk and having sex with them. I was blown away. I said, okay, I knew y'all doing that because I've heard other people in other places say that these same individuals have been spotted, doing the same behavior. So that's not far-fetched. That's how they get down. The part that tripped me out was that when you met these men, the reason for meeting them and whatever your capacity was at the job is because these individuals having a issue with substances. And then the first thing you do in order to get or to fulfill your sexual desires, in an effort to facilitate that, you get these people drunk. That let me know you don't care about them. You damn sure don't, like what kind of soulless being does that? Just that, a soulless being who has no conscience. And then not just does it, but has done it repeatedly in different locations and with different men. See, and I tell the guy, y'all be thinking y'all Willie Dynamite shit because she giving you some rhythm. Not realizing she does this. You just the next one she got in her crosshair. And then as soon as you relapse or whatever, or it's not, beneficial to her, She comes back to work and just picks another one of y'all, knowing y'all have no sexual discipline or control. And they go for those men that they pick up that vibration. But that ain't the kicker, though. That's bad enough in and of itself. That's damn near criminal in and of itself. Or at the very least, an ethical violation that would warrant licenses and being pulled and being, professionally and publicly shamed. Here's the kicker. So, mind you, I'm more so like the people's I'm the interpersonal guy, right? So I still, have access, connections to various clients that have gone on and wherever they at with it, right? Now there's a client who he went there twice. He's doing well now, right? And and when I seen him one day after I quit the first time, he tells me that the nurse, or the med tech rather, scooped him up, right? And she already had this plan. She said, "Oh, we're gonna go out to eat and da da da." She picks him up and then says, "Oh, I gotta stop by the crib real quick." He's like, "All right, cool, whatever." Well, since we're here, you can come in for a second if you want. He's like, "All right, cool, whatever." He says, no sooner that they closed the door, she just peeled all her clothes off. She had premeditatively planned to get fucked by this dude. So he's like, "Well, shit, I'm here now and you're naked, so I might as well. I'm fresh out of rehab." He then attests that now she's, with whoever she's with and, pregnant and about to have a baby. But he says initially she attempted to put the baby on him. And if you were to see this particular young black sister, right, she's about maybe 23, 24 at best. She's very dainty. She's very soft-spoken. She's slow, you know what I mean? She's actually, facially, she's not, she's actually very attractive. She's probably one of the more feminine-looking and acting women that I've seen in a long time. And she's probably done the most fucking. He goes on to continue to state, and then he names names of individuals that others had named who they claim had had sex with these women, or know they homeboy doing it, or they had got money out of them, or when they was in there, they was bringing them stuff in and do, right? Here's the kicker, right? And I gotta get on about my business, man. But this what blew me away. So in the midst of us conversating, he then states a name that I don't recognize. So then I use words. So then I, spell the actual name. He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, who she was messing with?" Now, her homegirl, who was fired for the same thing, told me that she was, flirting with guys and whatever. And the former clinical director told me that they thought that the person who they thought another staff member had a child by, that they were beefing because they both had the same side piece. Now, both of these two particular staff members are associated in committed relationships and fighting over the same side piece. Here's what I slow walked to get to, which blew me away. And I'm trying to find some way to actually like do a whack 100 and get, or pay for, proof of this evidence, right? In which he corroborates and can verbally, I'm at a loss for words here, and can verify, right, that he's seen, not just him, but this particular former client has a sexual video of herself and the staff member in question, and is going around the various meetings and telling people and showing people the video of them engaging in sexual activity. I had to go lay down, y'all. Not only do you do wrong, right, but in your delusion and ego, or just your drive for whatever your desire is, you do something you ain't got no business doing. And then either knowingly or unknowingly put yourself in a position to be filmed doing wrong by someone you don't even know, who when you met them had a drug addiction issue. And you trusted this person. And this person, from what I'm understanding, is going around showing everyone almost in the realm of, it's almost the flip game. Like say, you get a little, I don't know, back in the day, I personally never done it, but You and the homies together, and some broad slide through, and let's say she drunk, or she just a gore, and then y'all just have fun with the bitch and just do whatever to her, like y'all flexing on her. This is essentially what this female did to this particular staff member. Like, see, she a staff member, you know what I'm saying? But look how I got her. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one on drugs, but I got this bitch breaking down doing this. Look at her, yo. This is when I had her like that. You know what I'm saying? Like carrying you, like you're the non-functional person, which you're not. The drug addict is carrying the healthcare professional like you the piece of shit, and you are. And that's what I wanted to just basically break down and cover. And these people would attest to me that I would never do that and da da da. Come to find out, everybody who's saying they not doing it and doing it well, like LL Cool J. Well, doing it bad rather in this particular. I've never seen no shit like this, yo. And if I know this, imagine what else I don't know. You know what I mean? Yo, these bras they probably getting tag team, yo. And see, I've been around some diabolical niggas. Not had some diabolical thoughts myself. I just never done it. But let's say if I like, okay, with the information I got now, right, and I'm able to get a hold of it, I could extort these people. Oh, you don't want to do it? You don't want to give me what I want? Okay, that's cool. I ain't even tripping, yo. But I figured out who your significant other is. You want me to send it to them? I think they should know. Yo, I could have these people on back and call to say, and I know hoes like to present an image, and they will do anything to protect it. I could have the whole lot of them cutting my grass, you know what I'm saying, giving me endless head if I wanted to. And I ain't gonna lie, in my mind, it's not tempting to do it because I don't want to do it. I just want the power over the succubus. Because as we all know, the succubus attempts to gain power over the men, but they're not doing it right. So everything I brought to the leadership was true before I knew all this information. I'm like, y'all saying whatever, but why wouldn't y'all do due diligence for this part? Because from what I understand, y'all had previous incidents of people attempting to extort staff members or co-opt them, have them bringing things in. We got staff fighting over clients, and the clients don't respect us because the client's talking. So it makes it harder for us to do our job. When we're lowering ourselves to get the attention or the sexual gratification of someone who was just in the middle of the highway panhandling or doing whatever they were doing in the streets. How broken is everyone? Yo, I got to go, bro. But I just wanted to come through with a quick personal story. And I'm going to keep y'all updated. I'm trying to get these hoes locked up, yo. Like Mr. Japp said, 2024, I'm trying to get hoes locked up, yo. I don't know if it'll work. I'm going to try, though, man.